All right, y'all. If you are a trader, this is probably one of the most important videos that you could see, because what I'm about to share with you today can literally make you or break you as a trader. And this information has the potential to make you a more consistent and more profitable trader overnight. And I'm talking about your mindset, I'm talking about psychology, I'm talking about patience and discipline. Yes, those things that no trader wants to take the time to learn. Everybody wants to learn about finding those good entries, making those big profits, but nobody wants to take the time to study discipline and patience and hone those skills, because those skills are actually the skills and the disciplines that are going to make you a consistent, profitable trader over time. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, share the video, because I'm always posting videos, technical analysis, my trading plans, my trading updates, updates on the markets, trading strategies, and all that good stuff. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to go over 3 things that will literally make or break you as a trader, and they are this. Number 1, well, to have a winning mindset and psychology, stick to these 3 things. Number 1, you have to stick to your trading strategy. Very important, very simple to say it. In theory, it's so easy to do, but in practice, I know so many people and I talk to so many traders who don't do this. And we're going to unpack this more later. Step number 2, stick to your risk management strategy. Very important. Again, in theory, it's so simple, but in practicality, a lot of people do not stick to this. And then number 3 is stick to your trading plan. Now, these things might sound redundant. They might sound elementary, but I'm going to unpack them. I'm going to explain to you different scenarios that myself and many others have been in the past, and you may very well find yourself in those same scenarios often. And I'm going to tell you how to fix that. So step number 1 is stick to your trading strategy. What does that mean? When you approach the charts, you need to have at least one, preferably more, strategies that you use to get into a trade. Okay, it could be trading a pattern, it could be trading certain confluence, maybe it's a Fibonacci golden pocket with confluence with a weekly. For me, I like to trade swing trading. My swing trading strategy happens to be, let me turn this stuff off real quick. My swing trading strategy happens to be finding a level of confluence, an important level of confluence with bearish divergences on the higher time frames. For example, in the VIP Discord here, I posted this potential ripple short back on, when was the date for this? I guess the beginning of September. The beginning of September, I posted this potential ripple short from this level that I was looking at. And this was in the VIP live stream that I did for altcoins. I do it every Wednesday. And I was saying, look, we have a weekly level and a golden pocket right here at $1.41. If we come up to this level and I get my confirmations, I will enter the short. Well, what do you know? We came up to the level and we got our confirmations and I entered the short. Now my strategy is this, okay? And by the way, it was a really, really nice trade. It was a very, very nice trade, okay? When we hit that level, we dumped, right? We absolutely dumped. Now, the reason I was able to get into that short is because I was sticking to my trading strategy, okay? So as we came up to that level, if I zoom out here, we came up to the level of 1.41 right here. I was only going to enter the trade if I saw a bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame and down. When we get there, we see a bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. We can see one right here. We can also see a larger divergence right here where momentum is coming down over time, where money flow is coming down over time, while price is pumping up right into the level of resistance. Now, this is my strategy. It's very important that I stick to this strategy, and if I'm planning to trade this strategy, I should never enter a trade unless the criteria of my strategy is met. Now, if we come to the Discord, we can see that my strategy was, well, actually, I where did I type it out here? I guess I went over it in the Discord. I usually type it out, but I must have went over it in the live stream, where I was looking for divergences on the 4-hour time frame and down. And if I don't see that, I'm not going to enter the trade. Now, here's where people go wrong. Instead of sticking to their strategy, people chase price. Okay, people are always so eager to get into a trade, and they don't want to be patient and wait for a perfect setup. So I literally had a perfect setup ready to go. I had a symmetrical triangle that was forming, with the breakout target being right at this area of confluence where we have a weekly level smack dab in the middle of a Fibonacci golden pocket. What some people do is they're so eager to trade that instead of waiting for price to get to their level, they might say, oh, price is dumping right here. Let me enter a short right here because price is dumping. We're not going to come up to my level. We're in bearish market structure. We're putting in lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And also I see a bearish divergence right here. I might as well get into a short. Well, what would happen if you entered that swing trade prematurely? You would have gotten stopped out. And the reason is because you were not sticking to your strategy, right? You were entering only with some of your confirmations. Yes, you had a bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, but you didn't wait for price to get to your level. And for your strategy, or for my swing trading strategy, price needs to get to my level first. Okay? If we take a look at this SOL trade that I posted here in the VIP Discord, this was a SOL trade that I gave, and a few hours later the plan hit. But the plan was I wanted price to get to this level of $213, and I wanted to see bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame and down. Now, if we go to the SOL chart, okay, let me remove some of this stuff that I got going on here. This is a current, actually, this is a good example. This is the SOL long that I am currently in right now. Okay, the SOL long I am currently in right now. That was a trade that I was looking at just last Wednesday. In fact, 1 week ago to this day, I was looking at this exact SOL setup where I wanted to see price come down to this important level. I wanted to see bullish divergences on the 1-hour time frame and down. I want to see the 2 to 6 hour time frame bottoming out. Okay, and so when we get to this level, we can see the 4-hour time frame is bottoming out. We come to the 1-hour time frame, and we can see that indeed we did get a bullish divergence on the 1-hour time frame, where we see money flow curving up, momentum coming up as the price is going down. I was sticking to my strategy. If you front run your trades, if we're dumping and then we start to get a bounce and you're like, oh, we're getting a bounce, let me go long, you are going to get wrecked. Stick to your strategy. Do not chase the price. If you're scalping, okay, a lot of times people will scalp and they will enter a trade without even having a strategy, okay? They might think, oh, I think price is going to go up right here. Price is pumping, so they enter a long, and then price starts to dump, so they enter a short, and then price starts to pump, so they enter a long, and then price starts to dump, so they enter a short, and they get sliced up. And I have seen people lose thousands of dollars, literally in minutes, by chasing price, okay? It's easier to chase price if you're scalping than if you're swing trading. But, I mean, seriously, right? I mean, people will chase price like crazy, where it's dumping, so they enter a short, and then it pump, so they enter a long, and then dump, so they enter a short, and then they get sliced up. You need to stick to your strategy. Another thing is, do not gamble, okay? A lot of people gamble simply by doing what I just said, right? If price is pumping, they're like, oh, price is pumping, let me enter a long. They have no rhyme. They have no reason. They have no plan. They have no entry plan. They have no exit plan. You are going to lose money if you do not stick to your strategy. And the third thing that trips people up is revenge trading. Revenge trading is if you take a loss. Let's say you take a loss, and you then try to enter another trade right away to make back your loss plus some profit. What this inevitably will do is cause you to lose more money. Let's say, for example, that you saw that price was in an uptrend. We had a high, we had a higher low, we had a higher high, we had a higher low, so you entered a long right here. And then boom, price dumps, right? It dumps and you don't know what to do, and then price starts to pump again, and so you're like, all right, I'm going to enter a long. So you enter a long, and then boom, price starts to dump again. You are absolutely going to lose money revenge trading. What you need to do is go back to the drawing board. Go back to your strategy. It goes hand in hand with having a plan. I'm going to get into this more later. But you need to stick to your strategy. When I am scalping, right? I was just going over this recently in a live stream, but if I am scalping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark levels out on a chart. You know, every single day, I come to my chart when I post my analysis in the Discord, and I have levels that I'm looking to trade, right? I mark out levels, local levels on a chart, and I say I will only enter a trade if price meets my strategy, okay? And that is a combination of different things, whatever my current strategy is, but you have to stick to it. Step number 2 is stick to your risk management strategy. This is also very important because I talk to a lot of people and they're like, Jason, I understand technical analysis, I understand when I should enter a trade, but the problem is when I actually get to the trade, I'm too scared to pull the trigger. And then after I hesitate, price goes in the direction that I want. And they get very frustrated. Well, I asked them, well, how much are you risking per trade? And they're like, 25%, 50%, or I just put everything on my trade. The reason they're scared to enter a trade is because there's too much at stake. What you need to do is you need to practice proper risk management, because what that does is it takes all the pressure off. If you are utilizing proper risk management, it will take all the pressure off of your trading, because you know even if you take a loss, it's not going to set you back. It also allows you to be more confident in your entries, right? You're not going to hesitate to pull the trigger if you know, worst case scenario, I take a loss, but the next one will be a win, right? If you have a strategy that you're sticking to and you've back tested that strategy, you already know that your strategy has a high win rate. And so you should have no reason to feel hesitant entering a trade if you are using good risk management. If you're risking everything, or you're risking 25% of your account, well, of course you're going to be hesitant to enter a trade. Risk management also allows you to make consistent gains over time, because if you're risking an amount of money that will not set you back from losses, it will allow you to preserve your capital so that you can do this for the long term. I've met so many people who blow account after account after account because they don't stick to good risk management. It's so important, guys, risk management. There's so many different ways to do it. Now, if you want to know more about risk management, you can check out my trading course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. It will walk you through step by step all the things I'm talking about in this video, plus so much more. Okay, because you can check out the testimonials. It's changing the way thousands of people even approach the markets, because we take trading and we make it into a methodical, systematic, basically a system, an algorithm, where you are executing like a robot in a way that mathematically is going to set you up for success. Doesn't mean that you're going to be a millionaire overnight, but it means you're not going to get wrecked and you're going to be confident and profitable and get better over time. We go through all the technical analysis you need to know, my primary trading indicator market cipher, how I use it to find those ninja entries, those super juicy entry scalps. I mean, we've gotten some really good scalps in here. For example, this one, right? This scalp, this potential long scalp, looking for a level, looking for confirmations. Boom, price hits, goes to our take profits, massive profits. It's very juicy. Let's see here. We get a lot of these good scalps in here. This potential scalp right here, get a bounce off the POC, come down, get the bounce off the POC. It's all because we know how to use market cipher to know if price is going to bounce off a level or not, right? For example, the short off the 786, we know what we're looking for on market cipher. Boom, the price, the trade hits, boom, we enter a short and actually enter a long right after that. But JasonCasperTrading.com will show you how to do that. Also, I teach you 6 or 7 of my own trading strategies, walk you through already profitable strategies, and then we go over in detail mindset and risk management. Okay, this is just an overarching video, but we go into more detail. There's currently a 30% discount in the description of the video. Also, if you want to get into the VIP Discord, you can do that by going to patreon.com/JasonCasper. We have a thriving community of traders in here who are posting their technical analysis in here, okay? Some very good traders. We have a team of traders in here making killer gains up in here, trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. Check it out, patreon.com/JasonCasper. All right, so Very important, risk management. I like to only risk 0.5 to 5% of my account per trade, and there's many different ways to do it. People get discouraged when they hear you can only risk 1%. There's so many ways to do it. You could 2x leverage your entire account with a 0.5% stop loss if it's a responsibly placed stop loss. You could use very high leverage and leverage 1% of your margin isolated so that you could put a lot of contracts on a trade while only risking 1%. There's so many ways to use risk management in a way that will allow you to make good money while only risking a little bit of money. You have to learn how to do this. You cannot get greedy and high leverage your whole account, because I guarantee the first few times you do it, you're going to make massive amounts of money, and then there's going to come a day where you lose everything. Step number 3 is stick to your plan. Okay? Stick to your plan. Every single day, I come to the charts, if I'm going to be trading that day, and I make a plan. I make a plan for my scalp trades. I make a plan for my swing trades. Okay? For example, yesterday, I came to the Ethereum charts, and this was my plan for the day. I was analyzing a very small section of price action for day trading / scalping, and I had the levels I was looking to trade. I had them circled on the chart, the levels that I was looking to take a trade. One of the levels was this golden pocket right here. Okay, I actually didn't circle it, but I wrote it right here that we have the golden pocket. Where did I write that? Right here, the golden pocket, right? So I'm looking to take a short from the golden pocket. When we get up to the golden pocket, what happens? Actually, this is the trade. I'm sorry. 2 days ago, I'm looking for a short at the golden pocket. Okay? We come up to the golden pocket, and what happens? Boom. We get a nice rejection off of it. It makes for a really nice short scalp. It's because I had a plan, and I stuck to my plan. My plan was, I'm only going to enter a trade if we get to here, here, or here. If we get to one of these 3 places, okay, those are the only 3 places I will enter a trade, and only if I get my confirmations. It goes hand in hand with the strategy. Coming up with a plan is looking for places on a chart where you could enter a trade if your strategy is the criteria are met. So for me, what I do in order is I come up with the plan, and I say, if price comes to this level, and if I get my confirmations on Market Cipher, then I will enter the trade, right? And it's a very juicy trade, right? It was a very juicy scalp. And these were some scalps I took this morning. I shorted Ethereum. This is actually the Ethereum short that I took. 76% profit because I came up with a plan and stuck to my strategy. I didn't chase price. I wasn't gambling. I was using good risk management. And I took that trade because I had a plan in advance and I stuck to my strategy. It's very important that you get into the mindset of you don't always have to be in a trade. I could have come to the charts, okay, and I could have made my plan, and I could have said I'm only going to trade if X, Y, and Z, or X, Y, and Z if you're from Australia. I don't hate against my Australian brothers and sisters, right? Even though things are crazy over there right now. Okay, you know, X, Y, and Z. If these 3 areas never get touched by price, then guess what? I don't enter a trade, and that's okay. That's okay. If price never comes to my level, if my strategy never gets put into place, put into motion, I don't take a trade. No worries. There's other assets to trade. If no trade comes for Ethereum, well, let me go do some charting for Bitcoin. Let me go do some charting for Cardano, for Ripple, for another asset. Let me look for a trade somewhere else. Maybe let me come up with a swing trading plan for Cardano so that maybe a month down the road I can get into a really nice swing position. Okay? If you do not get your confirmations, don't take the trade. Okay? I could have come up to the golden pocket, and we could have gotten to that golden pocket, and instead of seeing a bearish divergence on Market Cipher B, I could have just seen momentum coming up and money flow coming up, and I wouldn't have taken the trade because I didn't get my confirmations. People are always so eager to be in a trade. They feel like they have to be in a trade, but we need to approach this like a business. The purpose of this is to make money. Why would we risk our money or waste our money if we've taken the time to come up with a strategy and backtest that strategy? If we've taken the time to learn, if we've taken the time to plan, why would we throw all that out the window and just enter a trade for the sake of being a trade? Doesn't make any sense. Which brings me to the next point. You don't always need to be in a trade. There are some days where I don't take a trade. This morning I did take a Bitcoin long, and that's the only trade I took today. because I wasn't at the charts the rest of the day. I'm currently not in a trade right now besides a swing short on Bitcoin, a swing long on Sol, a swing long on Cardano, and a swing short on Ripple. But I'm not actively looking for a trade right now. If the market's moving, I don't care. I don't care if the market's moving right now. Right? I don't care if Bitcoin's pumping or dumping. I don't care what it's doing right now, because I don't feel the urgent need to be in a trade at all times of the day. I just don't. There will always be an opportunity to be in a trade, and you don't always have to be in one. You need to take the time to look at the chart. It doesn't matter what the price is doing. If Bitcoin is pumping all the way up, you're not going to miss out on the potential to trade. There's going to be a short trade to take after we pump. If Bitcoin is dumping, you don't have to FOMO into a short. There's going to be a long trade to take after we dump. There's always going to be an opportunity. You don't have to be in a trade. If you don't have anything that lines up with your plan, take the time to either do something else or do some technical analysis, right? Come up with a plan. Come up with a strategy. Come up with a strategy. That's the best way to approach it. All right, guys, I hope you found this video enjoyable. If you did, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, to get the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. There's currently a 30% discount in the description of the video. If you want to get into the VIP Discord, patreon.com/JasonCasper. Also, guys, I do have a 25% discount on Market Cipher in the description. And if you want to start trading on Bybit or PHEMEX, I do have affiliate links if you want to support the channel. All right, God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!